Hello everyone, Adultsa Seedsta Celestialat Seedsta. My ancestral names are Adultsan Celestialat. My English name is Anna. I'm a Swinomish tribal member and I'm currently on Swinomish tribal lands. And I'm excited to introduce to you Moon of the Falling Leaves. Much of October is the Moon of the Falling Leaves. During this moon, the last stalks of sockeye and humpback go upriver while silvers and dog salmon are reaching their peaks. Fishing and preserving salmon for the winter months continues. This is the end of the harvest as plants are maturing and starting to die. It is a good time to harvest nettle seeds, cattail leaves, salal, rose hips, and many roots like licorice fern, devil's club, Oregon grape, as well as harvesting ozette potatoes and wapato tubers. Collecting Madrone berries and bark are also harvested during this moon. Hunting for ducks, geese, and other birds begins as they return for the winter. Hunting continues for larger game such as deer and elk. The activities in this moon focus on cattail weaving, pemmican making, stringing Madrone berries, and drying bark for tea.
My name is Eric Day. My Indian name is Stolza. I'm a member of the Swinomish tribe, which is where we're at right now. And we're here today. Every Wednesday, we cook fish for our senior center. They serve lunch every day, but we cook every Wednesday. You know, for me, it's not work. It's, you know, what I love to do. It's how I was raised. I started cooking when I was 12, 13 years old enough to pick up an axe. And I went out to the fish pit, and my uncles told me, you don't come out here and stand around. Grab that axe and get busy.
Amidakiapi, de miayo isapkikia matowaka, wachekia tungasina, oyatipi, yahani washte midakiapi, shante wateste, ni tuziapo. De miayo isapkikia matowaka, idamia ke tungasina, wachekia. My name is Medicine Bear Lone Warrior. I grew up on the Fort Peck Reservation in northeastern Montana. I'm a Dakota Sioux, Sisseton, Wahpeton. I was born and raised there, and as we got older, our parents moved to Washington, and I ended up over here. I heard about the West Coast, the water, the fish, the mountains. So here I am in Swinomish here. I've been here for 14 years, and this is where I am today, so thank you very much. Aho.
Usually, like, all we use is salt to season the fish. That's basically, you know, it's the wood that gives the flavor, and we use alder wood here. This here is what we use to, I guess basically, for lack of a better word, to skewer the fish. This is ironwood. It's, the layman's term is ocean spray. So what we're looking for when we're skewering it is there's a line. Like we don't want to go skin to skin, you know, between the meat and the skin, because if we do that, then it'll fall off. So you want to get some meat in there, in between, like that. Kind of what we're looking for when it's getting closer to being done, how it'll start boiling out of the sides from down here at the skin. That's when I know when it's time to take it off.
I will be sharing one of Swinomish's totem stories called The Boy and the Magic Robe, as told by Martin J. Sampson to Rosalie M. Whitney. On the opposite side of the totem pole at the foot appears the figure of the boy of the magic robe and his little Spitz dog. This is the legend of the Swinomish tribe. The boy's name was Twa Yalitza, meaning the magic robe. His son's name was Twa Wil Kadim, meaning that which is just visible. And his son's name was La Qualby, meaning the break of day. These names of Kadim and Qualby are still in evidence on Swinomish Reservation. Twa Yalitza, or the boy of the magic robe, liked to kill animals, and he always saved their skins and kept them in a little box which he had made. His father warned him many times against killing the animals and birds, saying, "The animals and birds are our friends, and you must not kill them, except when you are hungry, or else evil will befall you." But the boy kept on killing them and bringing in their hides and putting them away in his little box. After he had warned him many times, his father became angry. He then said, "This has got to stop. We will teach that boy a lesson." While Twa Yalitza was out hunting, his father took all the tribe in their canoes and went away with all of their possessions. He did this so the boy could not find them, as he had warned him so many times that he would. Twa Yalitza's grandmother, the crow, felt sorry for him and urged the father not to leave him, saying that after he had been punished, he would be a good boy. His father was very angry and would not stop, so she flew back and buried his box of skins and some coals of fire far down under the sand. Then she tied his little dog near the place where she had buried these things, and after she had done this, she flew back to where his people had gone. When Twa Yalitza returned, he did not know what to do. All his people were gone, there was no fire, and he was very lonesome and hungry. His little dog kept whining, and he untied it. Immediately the dog began to scratch and dig at a pile of sand, and at last uncovered the box of coals of fire. Then a voice came to him, telling him to gather all the sticks and rubbish he could find on the beach, and put it into a pile, and put the coals of fire into this pile, and he would have a fire to warm himself. He used this fire to cook his food as well. He did this and went out into the waters of the channel and caught a fish, which he then roasted and ate. But he was still very unhappy, as he had no one to talk to except his little dog, which stayed faithfully at his side. The voice came to him again, telling him to make a robe of his skins, and when it was completed, to wave it over his fire 4 times. This he did, and when he had waved it over the fire for the 4th time, many people sprang out of the fire, and he had a tribe of his own. The crow flew over the camp and saw that he was happy, and then she went back to where his father was, told him that his son was a great chieftain and had a tribe of his own, and she laughed at the father for being so foolish as to go away and to leave him. Foolishly, in her glee, she explained to the father how the boy had come by all these people, and he became very angry. He ordered all of his people to get in their canoes and follow him. When he and his people landed, they drove all the boy's new people out into the water, and they floated away.
Another part of what we do, part of our teachings, you know, we don't like to waste anything. Anything that we can use, we'll cook it up and it'll go in and the people will eat it. But what we don't use, we always like to bring it down to the water, because basically, you know, as part of our teachings, you know, what we're doing, everything has a spirit. Everything that we do, it has a spirit. You know, to honor the spirit of the fish, we bring it back down to the water so that we can continue that circle of life. We are people of the salmon. That's what Swinomish means. Swidobs is how you say it in our language, and that means we are the people of the salmon. So, you know, salmon is basically who we are. Our people have fished it for generations and generations. Not only does it feed our bellies, but it feeds our spirit too.